Okay, here we're going to learn about using data validation. You can use this for both short answer and paragraph. So I'm just going to do one video because it's exactly the same for both of them. So what I'll do here is I have to put in a question called how old are you as a short answer. I probably could have put this as a multiple choice or a drop down, but just for this example, to show this, I put it as a short answer. I'm going to click these three dots down here to show other options, and I'm going to select data validation. You can see what it did is it gave me a little window, and I can put in any sort of data validation I want, and you had to answer 4 things to make this. So you could say, you could validate it as a number or text or a regular expression. We're going to totally skip regular expressions. Maybe we're not. No. Yes, we're going to skip regular expressions. If you know what regular expressions are, then great, you can use them. If not, then don't worry about it. So let's just go through this. We're going to do number. So I'm going to say a number, and then I have all these choices here. I could do is, it's a whole number, is not between. So I'm going to say, let's go is between 0 and 150, right? Because I know you're older than 0. You're at least 1 year old, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you're under 150 years old. So I could put in custom error text. I could say, okay. So all I did is say it's a number between 0 and 150, and gave the error text of please enter a realistic age. Now when I go to my form, you can see it's going to make me put in a real name. Now here's one thing to remember too. Under required, this is required, but it really isn't checking what you did. It's just that you put something in there. And I'm going to say I'm negative 12 years old. You can see it says right there, please enter a realistic age. I'm going to say I'm 99 and I'm good. Once I hit that next 9, you could see, please enter a realistic age. So that's nice. You can validate that way. So you could do the same thing for numbers, greater than, equal than. I mean, you might use this greater than or equal to one a lot and say 0 if you don't want to stop people from saying negative numbers. You might want to use this whole number if you don't want people to put it in decimal points. There's a lot of different things you can do with that. The other one I do want to show you is text. So you can say text that contains, if you wanted to make sure there was one specific word put in there. I don't really know any reasons why we'd want to do that, but you could. The only two that one I would really use here, or maybe this one too, is you can validate an email address, which is nice. So you don't have to write all this code to say, hey, is this really an email address? You can just say, so you see I've got this here, text. It's validated as text. Validate that's an email address, and says please enter valid email address. You can see it's been saved. So let's go back here. Let's refresh this. So now it's saying how old are you? Let's pretend it says what is your email address. So you can see if I type my email address is P. Herring, it's going to say, hey, that's not an email address. I can tell it's not. I'm getting closer, but it still doesn't, it's still saying no, that's not an email address. Now it goes away. Once I put in anything there close, it gets me. Now it doesn't validate that's a real email address, but it can tell that you format it as an email address. So that's data validation. Again, you could do text, and you could do that doesn't contain, contains, has a URL, or it's an email address. You could do numbers. You have a whole bunch of choices here. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to, between, not between, number, is a whole number. A lot of different things then you put the number in there, then you put your text that you want people to see if they're not in compliance with that, and that's all you do. So that is data validation.